Y2. What's up, Y2? Nah, I'm playing. I figure I'd come on here with that Australian accent, you mate. But nah, man, hope y'all having a good Tuesday, man. Happy Tuesday to
All
all.
right. Oh,
Let me
three.
let me turn this down a little bit. Today we're gonna talk about being an entrepreneur, buddy. One of the toughest things I feel like it is to kind of like take off in. It's very hard being an entrepreneur, bro. And as someone right now actively pursuing entrepreneurship, it takes a lot of faith, bro. It takes a lot of faith, self belief, and deep pockets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, when they embark on being entrepreneurs, man, there's not enough money invested, or there's not a big financial backing. And currently, right now, I would say that would be my biggest issue, man. Because as an entrepreneur, you have a lot of great ideas and plans and business ventures, but all that is not really attainable if you don't got the money. You ain't got the funds. You feel me? And life is crazy because I've been watching some show on it's like a tech startup company. It was on Netflix. It's called Startup, and one of their major issues with a lot of the great ideas that they are facing, bro, is hard to get people to really invest in your idea, bro. That's one of the hardest things to do, man. And I've worked in
Two lot
sales.
lane 39.
You could have some of the greatest pitch and this and that, but if a person truly doesn't really believe in what you're trying to do, it's like it's never gonna go anywhere, And currently, right now, I have many great ideas. One of my dreams is to really successfully sell merchandise, but I would like to have a vast inventory that differs in several categories. Now, what do I mean? It's like, okay, I don't want to just sell T-shirts, bro. I want to be able to sell T-shirts, but then turn around and sell this person a belt, or I want to take this belt right here and sell this person a belt plus socks, plus glasses, plus a whole outfit. Forget it, their whole wardrobe. So having that mindset is like, okay, I need a lot of money, and I got somebody who got the money, but it's tough kind of trying to convince this person to invest in this because there's no promise or upside. So when a person wants to invest some money into something, they want to see the most upside, bro. They want to see a good return. They want to see this is gonna be successful, bro. And the guy that I'm trying to pitch to, he's a dear friend of mine. He's much older, but he looking at me like, yo, my friend is doing this, but she's going overseas. So there's the competition part. The competition part is like you don't know who else is trying to do what you're trying to do and who else is talking to who you're talking to. So what
Yeah.
really makes you stand out? But at the end of the day, bro, being an entrepreneur all comes to depending on yourself. A lot of people they not gonna back someone that they feel like there's no promises. There's no upside. Everybody wants an upside, meaning like, hey, yo, if somebody's gonna give you 10K, they want to see a future of receiving 40, 50 back. You know what I mean? Or even if they're giving 10K for a product, that product is gonna return that investment. And it makes it hard. That's what really destroys a lot of entrepreneurs, not being able to get that cash. Right now, I'm pitching people to try to get that cash because this idea that I had was so great that it came in a time where I didn't have the ability to have the inventory for it. I did have a sample, and God showed me the success rate, but I needed more money, man. I love Aussie says help me. Yo, you must be from Australia or something, man. Shout out to I love Aussie. Hello, mate. I'm trying to. What's my best Australian accent
All
for
right, we
you,
got
mate?
49
I
heading
don't know if
45.
I sound like I'm from
49 heading
Australia or
50.
Great
We got
Britain. You feel me?
47
But
at
back to what
Radius.
I'm saying though.
Anybody else after me?
Right now I'm in the
This is
toughest
39.
stage is being an entrepreneur, trying to
47.
raise the funds. And
We have three filters.
it's not a lot of people that I can talk to raise the funds, except for a few. But though the few that I'm trying to pitch to, it's not looking like I'm really convincing them. Because They are the investors, but I'm trying to piggyback off the investors. That's why you have investors. You know, there's benefits for both parties, the person investing and you receiving the investment. So it's looking like I might not be able to convince this guy until I am able to show the upside. And being that I want to sell merchandise, I got to figure out, look, how can I get all the inventory of what I need here, bro? That's the main focus. If I'm able to do it in bits and pieces, I might have to order a quantity of items this month, take a check out of next month, order another quantity of items next month, while in the process still trying to make sales on the items that I'm ordering. So like I said, being an entrepreneur, bro, it's like you kind of really supporting yourself. You are the CEO, you're making the executive decisions, you are looking for the investors, you are the brand, you gotta see a future for the brand, and you kind of have to elevate this thing before people want to jump on it. And this is how it goes for every big tech company, small startup company. Nobody cares about what you're trying to do until it looks lit, bro. Until it looks like it's profitable, and until it looks like, okay, we can all eat, and you shouldn't stop pursuing what you want because you're not able to get those people to buy in or whatever, or to provide the funds. You gotta make it happen. So always keep in mind that this is your baby. Like, don't nobody else want to take care of your baby. Like, you feel me? Unless it's your family members. So even then, if we take away the metaphor of a baby and your family members trying to help you in your business aspirations and goals, it's like, yo, bro, they can only do so much for your baby. You're literally gonna do all for your baby. So any ideas or business ideas that you have out there, man, it's like your baby. So you got to go to the end of the world and back for your baby. Not everybody is going to be willing to sacrifice that much for this idea or business venture. They don't really care. Because, I mean, yeah, your baby's nice, but they want you to take care of your baby. My boy Meatball MB said, I am a taco. Well, that mean yo shorties, all the shorties out there, y'all eat meatball on Taco Tuesday. Come on, Meatball, I'm already in your mind, bro. I already know that's why you said that. Am I lying? Cause it's Taco Tuesday, buddy. So you say, yeah, taco, man. So all the shorties out there, man, all the dames, the baddies, the Meg, the Stallions, the Glorillas, the Carti B's. Y'all gotta get at that boy Meatball, man. MB, Meatball MB in the chat, man. Back to what I was saying though, man. I love being an entrepreneur, bro. I would love to just sell merchandise, bro. I literally cracked the code. We're all consumers at the end of the day, so why just be a consumer, man? You feel me? Why just be the one spending all your money, man? Why not come up with a scheme that's legal, with a hustle that's legal, with a great idea that's legal, you know what I mean? That's going, produce some funds for you. If not, man, your whole life, bro, you gonna be a consumer, man. You gonna have to purchase what's coming out, man. And most people quit on entrepreneurship because, like I said, they don't stick in it long enough to get the right investment, or to like build up the inventory, or set up shop. Whatever it is, bro, it all comes from not having the funds. Most entrepreneurs quit because of the funds, bro. There's thousands of people with brilliant ideas, bro. All they need is the money, but they rely too much on other people providing the money to where it discourages them from going forward. Like right now, as I'm talking to you, bro, look, a cool 5K. One of y'all drop like a cool 2K. We off the Richter scale. I just be plotting and planning in my mind. So it's just a matter of touching the dime. You know what I mean? I ain't even want that to rhyme, man. But it's just a matter of me touching the dime. But I can't rely too much on others. I can only sell them the perspective. Do they believe the perspective? Maybe. Do they doubt the perspective? Maybe. Do they think I'm foolish for the perspective? Maybe. But if they don't grab what I'm selling, it doesn't matter. I gotta keep going. I gotta sell to the next person and the next person until I've sold to everyone. And maybe nobody picked it up. Maybe one, two people picked it up. But at that level of trying to sell to everyone, I kept pursuing, putting everything into this idea of business, man. And I love all of y'all, man. Merchandise is the key. What's up, Kari? Yo, bro, I ain't seen Kari in 20 years. How you been, yo? I hope you been good, Kari, man. It's been a minute, you heard? Yeah, love you, Kari, man. It's been a while. Nah, you good. It's on me. I ain't been doing the freestyle Fridays and none of that. You know what I mean? She said, guess what? What's that, Kari? I had to take time out to talk to one of my loyal supporters, man. Oh, you had a baby. Congrats. Is it a boy or girl? You say your baby name is Yuki? I like that name. Congrats, Kari, man. I'm proud of you. Congrats on your baby. Congrats on being a mother, man. That's nice, man. That's sweet. I wish you and your baby and your family all the blessings, man. I know you're gonna be a great mom. You heard? Shout out to my boy Enzo. Your boyfriend name was Enzo, right? Kenzo, yeah. Yeah, Kenzo. Yeah, I took the K out. I said Enzo, but yeah, Kenzo, yeah. I just remember your boyfriend name. I ain't forget, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all used to be in the lives late night, man, during the rap battles, man. I can't forget the real ones. Shout out to Kenzo, man, for being a dad. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm happy that you guys are doing well. I'm happy to hear from you, and don't ever be sorry for being, a human. You got your own life. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you don't have obligation to always be in the lives. You know what I mean? So just keep doing well, keep doing good. Take care of Yuki. You know what I mean? You and Kenzo, y'all stay locked in forever. You know what I'm saying? Right now is it's a congregation. And then you better get them A's in school, Kari. Valedictorian. Now I would never be upset with you about nothing. You one of the realest people, man. All the people that used to tune into my lives, I appreciate y'all, man. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never used to do YouTube lives like that. And just having that audience during that period of time was phenomenal. You feel me? It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Genuine laughters. You feel me? Just good vibes. Even the haters were cool. It was just the best energy, bro, and it was all from a live. So I wouldn't say I've had a live as fun as those YouTube lives and on any other platform. So it means a lot, man. I was watching one of the lives the other day, man, and I still laugh. I laugh watching that, So that was cool. That was one of the coolest things that I had experienced on YouTube. So I appreciate all everybody, man. I appreciate all y'all from Silver Torres to KDM, Kaari, Rico, man, who else? Richard Wilkins, Kenzo, Doretto. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people, bro. I appreciate all y'all, man. I would definitely love to get back to those lives. What I noticed about the lives is connection really matters in traffic. So for some reason, I had a lot of traffic in that place where I was, but certain places I don't got a lot of traffic. But I've been great, Kari. I'm working. I'm actually at work right now. I know for the longest I couldn't get a job. Yo, happy birthday, man. Happy belated birthday, man. Hope it was a good birthday. Um, I'm working right now. Life is going good. I'm doing guys work as far as coming to work every day and doing the best I can while I'm here at work, not complaining, appreciating the job. Y'all know I was crying about working. All the haters used to slide up on my live like, get a job. Nah, no cap. He said, my baby's birthday was yesterday. Yeah. Hey, happy birthday to Yuki, man. Turn up. Yuki got to have 5 bottles today, you heard? 5 bottles, man. Yuki gets to drink. Nah, I wasn't tripping on that, but I'm just saying, like, where them haters at right now, man? I need them haters to pull up, like, get a job. Now I tell them, like, yes, I have one. But nah, it just shows progression, though. It shows that, hey, even though when things are not going the best, You know, they can always turn around. You feel me? What she got? She got 5 sips of the milk today. Then
What's up, nigga? Go ahead,
Yuki gotta do 5 breast sips. Nah, bro, I'm stupid as ever. Nah, you heard. We got to turn Yuki up for her birthday. So how old is Yuki? Is Yuki 1 or 2 years old? You know what I'm saying? Is how old is Yuki? Yuki's 1 or 2 years old. But now I love y'all though, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all my peoples, man. 1 years old. Okay, shout out to Yuki for being 1 years old, man. Everybody go. Round of applause for Yuki's birthday, man. One of my real followers in the chat, man. Kaari. Yesterday was a baby's birthday, man. She's 1 years old, man. Y'all push up over there and say happy birthday to Yuki, man. You heard? Yuki getting lit off the sips today, you know what I mean? Nah, she's still young. Nah, hey, I don't even know what 1 year old feels like. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even remember being 1 years old, bro. Like as a kid, my memories they go as far back as being probably like 8 years old, 6, 7, 8 years old. Like I don't even remember anything before that. You know, I'm way older now, but I just be thinking like, what do baby even think about when they like 1 years old? Yeah, he said that's what they think about. You know, you funny as ever. They think about 6, 7. They probably just think about breast milk at 1 years old. I don't know. It's crazy to think I couldn't even imagine being 1 years old now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 30 something, fool. From being one to now, I wonder what I was like at 1 years old, man. Was I a chill baby? Was I a fussy baby? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, was I clingy? Like, but nah, babies are a blessing though, man. It's a good responsibility. It's like a blessing from God. You know, you're gonna do good, man. Right now, I ain't having no babies right now, Kari, just cause I wanna be in a real relationship committed. You get me? I wanna, be really with my girl, love her. You know what I mean? And then try to raise that family, man. Try to be a family guy. Nah, for real though. That's like the next step. You know, all guys that's in the world, at some point, you gotta leave your bloodline here on the earth, man. You know? Nah, it's a lot of girls, Kawari. It's just a matter of choosing the right girl. Cause I don't want to have a baby with just anybody. That's my thing. I want to have a baby with a good girl who loves to nurture. And you know what I mean? That mean that when a baby comes, she's gonna be a good mother, like in the sense of she's gonna love this baby. You feel me? Not just be like, I gotta go to the club or I gotta go to this party. You know what I mean? Like now I'm at home taking care of the baby like a single dad. I'll be out there like, no man, like dog, I can't believe, dog. Can't believe I got her pregnant, dog. Like, I ain't trying to go out like that. That's going out sad. So we gonna do it the right way. And I think a lot of people, speaking of babies, you've been with your boyfriend for a minute. You know this guy, so it felt like the right thing to do. But some people, they just kind of like take advantage of the opportunity of having babies. They just do whatever, bro. And it's all about the baby at the end of the day, you know. So if you are gonna have a baby, it's not just for the purpose of having a baby. This is a forever thing till the baby's grown. So make sure everything is taken care of, man. And I know you definitely gonna take care of that. So that's why I ain't have a baby yet though. But it's been a lot of girls, man. It just prioritizing if they was the ones, it's like nah, they wasn't the ones. And it's okay. Cause they just wanna have fun. They not ready. Yeah. But hopefully hopefully everything works out. Hopefully the baby's healthy and smart, just like y'all. You know, everything goes well, man. It's been a minute. I'm glad I talked to you. I'm glad you're doing well. Tell your man Kenzo I said what's up. You know, if Yuki's there, what's up, Yuki? Shout out Yuki in the chat, man. Chat, chat, chat. Yuki in the chat, boy. Right now I'm at the job. It's a chill day, chill vibes. Have a good day, Kari. You know, we were just discussing entrepreneurship, man. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you gotta have long lasting faith, man. And whatever ideas that you have, it's almost like if you don't execute the idea, somebody else out there thinking the same thing, and they're gonna be executing it. You know, unfortunately, that's just how it happens. And I've learned this from watching certain movies and shows, bro. Like you never know who has similar ideas. And
Yeah,
right now, the
launching
idea that I
31
have
degrees.
is great, but I got to do everything in my power to get the funding to get this idea off the ground. You know, and there's great upside to this. It's just a matter of inventory building. You know, once I build up the inventory, get everything I need, necessarily need as far as like supplies. You know, I believe I'll be in a good position, man. But this whole live was really to motivate y'all that even if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, it's up to you. It's up to you, man. And dude, I'm telling you, I'm watching tech startup company shows on Netflix, man. It's really giving you ideas on what it is to build a network. You know, you always hear this person's net worth, which really aligns with network. It's like one in hand. You know, most people net worth is dependent on their network. I don't want to sound like one of them financial gurus either, bro. But basically, what I'm trying to say is like the amount of money you can make is dependent on how much of a platform you can build, bro. That's one thing people never tell you. It's like business 101 is like if you're able to build a platform, you can generate revenue. Now, what does that mean? Like you could say platform would be the amount of clientele you could pull up, or the amount of people you can get to take interest in your product. You have to figure out how to build a platform. You know, all the places that we go and shop, they have platforms. You know, when you go to Target, Target is a big platform. Target has created a space where they created a network of shoppers to come. You know, same with the internet, same with Instagram, Facebook. So the same applies to entrepreneurship. How do you build your network? You know, mine's it's gonna start from word to mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be pitching in person, pitching at people around me that I think that are gonna have interest in what I have. You know, hopefully they tell their friends and their friends tell their friends and that for next thing you know, I got a crazy a network of people which translate to my net worth. You know, it's gonna bring the dollars in. You know, when I used to work at the mall, man,
Okay, yeah. 50, we got one more.
this is really when I
15,
learned the
we got
most about
6.
sales, man. It was one of my trainers. He was kind of like a money hungry guy. I ain't really like him much, but I learned from him. And that's another thing in business. You don't really have to necessarily like a person to learn a valuable business lesson. So you got to keep an open mind. Like I definitely wasn't rocking with bro, but he would come up to me. He'd be like, "Why yes, you're a really good salesman. Why yes, but you're too lenient." You know, this the guy that I want me to like you'll see a mother with 6 kids, and I'm trying to sell her some merchandise. He want me to take all her money. You know what I mean? So I sometimes I would cut deals for the kids. You know, I love the kids, man. So one day he came up to me. He's like, "Man, you're really the greatest salesman here, man." But a lot of this was manipulation because I know he would say this to other salesmen too. You know what I mean? He would gas you up. You know what I mean? To put you on a freeway. But I wasn't letting nobody gas me up, bro. So he'll be like, always remember, everyone that comes to the mall, because I was working in a big mall, they're dollar signs. They're all dollar signs, friend. Even if they don't want to buy anything, why are they here? Because they want to buy something, you know? So when I started to do that, bro, it literally broke down barriers in the sense of thinking like I could make anybody a customer, bro. And that's what really led me to developing the ability to pitch people or the ability to sell myself or sell any product, So I don't know if any of you guys out there plan on engaging in being an entrepreneur, but this is where it starts. Figure out how you're gonna, break the barriers to get people that don't know you or people that do know you to gravitate towards this platform or network that you're trying to build. Once you figure that out, then you figure out how to monetize. Monetize meaning, do you have a product to sell these people who you have gathered up or who you have sold perspective or ideas to? Do you
Yeah.
have a
Sure, you ain't
website?
clear.
You know what I mean? And then comes the website. You know what I mean? Promotion. But the first step to being an entrepreneur
Sorry,
is
man.
build that
It's
network,
clear.
build that platform. How are you gonna do it? Word to mouth is one of the best. What that mean is, yo, I see 15 of y'all hit y'all with the, hey man, listen, I am a accessory seller. I have merchandise for sale, both men and women's. What are you interested in? One of y'all say y'all like glasses. All right, perfect. What brand of glasses do you specifically like? Now I want to narrow down your specific interest. You like Oakley, Prada,
Alright, so
okay, perfect.
it's O2.
Now I
You're
got
the one after
options.
me,
Now
right?
I can suggestive sell you
Yeah.
4 Oakley
Always the
glasses,
same.
5 Oakley glasses, six
Alright.
Oakley glasses,
And
nine Oakley glasses.
O3. So
I
after
done
me,
figured you out.
back up
But
O2.
this is how it starts. This is how it starts though, At the end of the day, it takes time. It takes understanding. Look, okay, what type of platform and network am I building? What is my goals once I get the customers? What can I learn about them? Because being an entrepreneur ain't just about you getting the money, my guy. It's about knowing the people. It's about knowing what's going to take off. It's about knowing what's going to work. You know what I'm saying? And you don't got to go to business 101. You just got to have an undying level of faith, and you got to understand, all right, it's up to me to build this platform. And once I build this platform, I'm going to go and get, all right, look, let me break it down in theatrical terms, right? Cause I ain't trying to be spilling forever. Like I'm doing a finance class. This ain't finance class. It's business. I'm an entrepreneur. You guys can all be entrepreneurs. This is entrepreneurship 101. So I built a platform. When I say a platform, I mean a network. People around you, your clients. Clientele. But if I put it in theatrical metaphor, let's say I'm building a stage. When I built this stage, brother, I just can't stand on the stage and be like, yo, man, I'm trying to sell you this. I'm trying to sell you this. Nobody's gonna be there. And that is the idea. So look at the stage as the idea, right? That is the idea. So once I've crafted this idea, I gotta go find people to come check out this idea. Now keep in mind, look, I could go get 20 people and five of them be like, man, you an idiot, bro. Why you bring me over here? I don't care about this. And that's okay. That doesn't mean I should quit on the idea and destroy the stage that I built. Nah. Now I gotta realize, okay, maybe there's a reason those five people told me that they didn't care about this. Maybe this is not up their alley. Okay, cool. Now I need to find 15 more people like the 15 people that stay and bring them back to the same stage. Boom. Let's say I do that, and all of a sudden now we got 20, 26 people. Boom. So that means four more people left or whatever. You know what I mean? Boom. So we got 26 people. All right, cool. Now the fact that we got these 26 people to be here on this stage, watch me on this stage. I need to find similar 26 more people like them to bring it. By the time you got like 20,000 people. Now that's right there is when you figure out how to monetize. That's when you give the spiel, you give the pitch. Like, hey man, shout out to all 20,000 people that came and had the ability to see futuristic upside in this perspective. I'm glad you guys want to be a part of this. This is a good investment. But the whole Wolf of Wall Street joint. Because at that point you have established something legitimate. You've shown people, hey, I got this constructive idea that I've crafted into this stage. I brought you guys all here to examine these ideas. Some are going to disagree, some are going to agree, but the ones who are going to agree, those are the ones we need to focus on. And then how do we monetize that? Do we have a product? Are we selling counseling? Are we? What are we doing? This is all that needs to happen. Once you do
Yeah.
this, bro, you good. You don't gotta go to Harvard for 20 years to learn this, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could do this now. My biggest regret is this right here, that I wasn't selling merchandise in high school, bro. Everyone that's in high school, bro, you're at such a great advantage that it almost is sad because you can't focus on that advantage. The advantage is having an audience. You have an audience that's constantly around you, and it's a vast number of people. Like for instance, I'm at work, man. It might be only like 10 people at work with me, man. You at school, it's over 1,200 people at school. How do you figure out to monetize these 1,200 people? Because you don't have to go find them; they're gonna be there every day. So when I was in high school, I'm trying to go to the NBA and all this dumb. I should have been selling merchandise. I should have been the guy. Yo, you can come get the Gucci glasses from me. You come get the Supreme socks. You know what I mean? Like, boy, I would have went crazy. But thinking about that, all that now is like, dang. If only I was thinking like that back then. But back then I wasn't focused on entrepreneurship. That's why if you're a young person watching this live, listening to this live, it's like you don't even have to sell merchandise. You could provide a service, bro. You could be somebody that's literally giving haircuts in the bathroom. $10 a haircut. Let's say you cut 10 people every day. Bro, by the time you get out of there, out of school for a month, you done ran it up. How many people at 10 times 10, that's 100 a day. 100 times, how many days are there in a month? You know what I mean? He's probably at 3,100. You know what I mean? Do that for 4 more months, or all year round. So just keep in mind, because a lot of you guys that are young people, I would say what they call y'all Gen Z. I don't think I'm Gen Z, bro. I might be like, what's before Z? Y? I'm like Gen Y or some shit like that. I don't know. 2000s guy, like 1990 guy. You guys are not like really accustomed to like a lot of the rules and regulations at these jobs. I see a lot of TikToks where, a young person, they rather be texting and focusing on what they got to do. And then they'll have like the owner come and scold them. And then the young Gen Z guy just be ready to quit the job. Like, man, this which is true, because I got younger siblings, bro. They don't want to go to work all day and be around this guy and get told what to do. None of that shit. They do not care. Hey team, we got a party of one entering a lot. They do not care, bro. What they care about is getting to the bag. So a lot of these kids don't want to work, really, which is okay. But if you don't want to work, what other ideas do you have that's gonna provide money to you so you can sustain life? Because your parents ain't gonna take care of you forever. Your dad, your mom, they can't do that forever. So even though you don't want to work, what entrepreneur ideas or services can you provide? Some people do hair. Some people, they do consulting. It's a lot of things you could do that could supplement working a 9 to 5. Like, unless you find a job that's really chill and you like being there, what's gonna substitute that? That's the question. Because a lot of y'all just want to get the money. It's like, yo, bro, you think everybody don't want to sit at home and get the money? That's like everyone's dream. Wake up every day, you got 100,000 in your account, you ain't got to worry about nothing. That's a dream. Come on, man. We want that. Who don't want that? I can't find anyone, but some people, they could get that because they got ideas in business. And it's like working a 9 to 5 ain't never gonna get you the 100,000. So for all the youth, because I once was a youth, I wasn't trying to work no job. What are you gonna do that's legal, that won't take away your life or put you behind bars, is gonna help you get the 100,000? Because if you're not gonna do that, at some point you're gonna be broken. You're gonna have to work.
Okay,
And if you're not somebody that's used to having
$450
a normal job, like on average, if you haven't
$20.
worked like 7 jobs and been there at least 3 4 months on each job, bro, you're not gonna survive working. You gotta come up with a business. And I'm not trying to like crush your spirits, because bro, I've been there. Like, I didn't work for 3 years, but I didn't fall because I had a business. I was flipping, selling cars, bro. That literally took care of me for 2 years. So supplemental income for 2 years, where I ain't had to go clock in. And this was an issue I had with my pops. He's like, man, you don't want to go to work. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm already having issues there. He's like, well, what else? What else you gonna do?
47 back code
And
3.
being that, what else could I do? It was kind of like, okay, it was really up to me to make something happen. So it's a lot of the youth out here, man. I love y'all, man, and I would rather y'all do something legitimate because your mind is so great. It's like if you personally really don't want to do something, you find an alternative result to where it's much better than what you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? And selling drugs, that ain't it, bro. If you selling drugs in
Load up, buddy.
2026, I'm sorry to tell you, but they got AI, man. And when I say they got AI, it's like, yo, bro, everything is surveilled. Even your ring camera at home, boy, they could tap in your ring camera, boy. They could tap in your iPhone camera, boy. But you got to do something legal, man. And we in the term of entrepreneurship, man. And if you, like I said, if you was young and you in high school, you had a huge advantage
Who's
because
next?
you have a group of people around you that could easily be influenced,
Oh,
that you
yeah, the
spend time
silver
with,
on his
that you know
rampage
what
there.
they like, that you know what you could sell them, what's popular,
49 grade.
and you could really make a killing. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody in college, same thing. And anybody that's in an area where you have a vast majority of people that you don't have to go get and you can sell to, bro. You are at an advantage in life, bro. Hey, how you doing?
I did pay ahead of time, son.
All
You
right.
just need to scan me?
Yes, sir. Just scan the QR code, and I should be able to let you guys out of here.
Hope you're not freezing too much in there.
It's warm in here, man. It's when I gotta get outside. It's the problem. It's not super windy today. It was windy
31 at
yesterday.
Humphrey.
Oh, that would have been worse, I feel like.
Yeah, where'd you guys come from?
We just,
47 Humphrey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was,
Nah, Cancun. This is terrible, man.
yeah, right?
I wouldn't have left. Not till March, maybe March.
Bobby 02, Virginia Ramp.
I did, yeah. It's cold, man. I wouldn't even like. I don't like people standing outside their cars. Some people when they come back, the car doesn't even start. So,
Yeah,
all right, Mister.
that happens a lot in this weather.
Yeah, it's the battery. It's like the cold kills the battery for some reason.
Yeah. Do
But
y'all end up starting them up?
yeah, we do jump start.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I wouldn't have you stand outside waiting. I have you come in here just to wait, man. Y'all have a good day, all right?
Hey, you too.
Maybe Cancun in 2 more weeks.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me talking to my customers, man? Just sales, bro. Right there. That's a prime example of sales. Just selling to a person. Talking to that guy about his vacation. He came back from Cancun, bro. It's like -0 right here, right now, where we at. So right there is an easy talking point. You know what I mean? Easy talking point. I could go on and that and find out information about him. Oh, he went to Cancun. Boom. How often do you go to Cancun? He got his family with him. So all of this I learned from sales, working in sales. And a lot of the youngsters, bro, y'all in high school, college, bro, y'all know how to talk. Y'all already selling to y'all friends. Y'all just selling them celebrity lifestyles. You telling them about friggin', I don't know, Justin Bieber or something. Like tell them about a product you got for sale. Tell them about services you offer, fool. Tell them about a business idea that you might want them to be a part of, man. But everybody has the ability to be an entrepreneur, man. This live was just to give you guys insight on having the faith and belief and then fully investing in yourself. And understand that it's like whatever ideas you have, that's your baby. Don't nobody care about your baby, man, except for you. People might be like, your baby's cute. You have an adorable baby, and it's like, no disrespect. It's like, yes, that's an admiration, but it's like they're not gonna further take care of that kid for the rest of their life. They're not gonna fully invest in your kid. You know what I mean? Unless they're part of that upbringing or whatever. Hey, how you doing, sir? I can help you out. I just, no worries. I just gotta scan the code. All right, Mr. Needham. It shows you owe 4601. All right, 1 second. Got it. Is this the card that you have linked on file, or is it a different one? Okay, would you like me to use this one? So you guys got here on the 26th. All right, and it says you are checking out. You're supposed to be checking out on the 3rd. Yeah, you shouldn't be getting
Alright,
charged.
03 picked up as his main and
Nah,
returning.
1 second here, okay? 1 second here. Uh, so what's today's date? Today is
You
the
want to head out that direction
the
yet?
27th. I'll adjust that for the 27th. All right.
49.
1 second. 1 second.
Okay, bring it. Alright, so who else do we have coming to the main?
So I can't.
39. Last.
Uh, okay, so tell you what, sir. So it won't allow me to change the date because it's already made. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do a 15% to the 4601, and then I'll give you an email for you to email guest service. That way you can get accredited for points or check out early. Does that make sense? All right, that's the best I can do right now. All right. 1 second here. Okay, so the new total is gonna be 3911. Okay, and then I'll give you the email after I swipe your card. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, so on the back of this email right here, it's the email right there. Can you read that? The parking. Yes, sir. So just email those guys and put in the reservation code on your app or the sheet you showed me. It's a 124 number, and let them know that you checked out earlier than the 2nd of February. I think it was the 3rd or 2nd. All right. You guys have a good day. But yeah, man, squad. Just had to help somebody out, man. Really just want to motivate you guys, man. Everything's kind of going online. You know, I know a lot of you guys have great ideas, great products. TikTok shop. It's a lot of stuff going on where you can capitalize, monetize, man, and just believe in yourself, man. Look at yourself like Will Smith in the pursuit of happiness, man. You feel me? You trying to really just this is it or nothing. It's all or nothing. You feel me? And y'all can see how I interact with customers, man. You know, at work, I try to provide the best customer service. This is a representation of who I am, you know? So take that into your entrepreneurship goals or dreams and aspirations. And when you talking to a person about what you want to sell them, be confident. Sound like this is all or nothing. Don't sound like you unsure, you know, and it could work and maybe and nah. I'm telling you, like, look, man, you need to invest 10K right now. This is the idea of a lifetime. You know, if you don't do this right now, you're missing an opportunity. So that's how you got to come talking to people. Sometimes it's gonna work. Sometimes it's gonna seem over exaggerated and not gonna believe it. But each and every person that you talk to about that idea concept, you gotta sound like that each and every time. And I love all of y'all. I will want to sell all y'all merchandise. I'm not gonna all 2,700 of y'all gotta buy merchandise, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be thinking. Like, yo, I gotta sell everyone. You know what I'm saying? And This comes from just working in sales, bro. Having the opportunity to master talking, because conversation and talking is a big part of sales. First a person gotta see that you're very interested in what they like. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times, humor is a good thing when doing sales because there's a lot of pressure. I might tell three of y'all, hey man, I need 400 for this accessory, man. One of y'all say, oh my god, why yes, the price is crazy, and I'm like, nah, you right, the price is kind of crazy though, but you still will go to the Apple store and pay 1,700 for a phone. That's even crazier. You know what I mean? Like, just so it's not so tension. You say the price is crazy, I get mad. Like that's gonna kill the sale. So it's really about being personable, man. When you're talking to a person, find out what they like, man. Find out no things about them that you could kind of like use that to like further the conversation. You don't gotta go to no business school for all this, bro. You just gotta be vulnerable in a moment. You know, that's one of the things I learned about being sales. You gotta be vulnerable in the moment, meaning that you gotta put your pride aside. You're not the main character. The person you're selling to is the main character right there. You like the side character. You know what I mean? Like the host. You feel me? But hey, it's been a long live about me talking about being an entrepreneur and pursuing your ideas. I'm hoping that I at least provided some type of acknowledgement. I mean enlightenment. I said the wrong word, enlightenment. Provided some type of motivation, bro.
All three drum.
At least provided some type of ideas. That's going to inspire you to get to it, or inspire you to pursue something that you've been doubting for a minute. Because you only got one life to live, man. So if you don't do it now, when you gonna do it? When you 60? By the time you 60, your bones might be brittle, man. You might be sore, man. You know what I mean? Even thinking might make you sore. It's shitting at 60 if you take care of yourself, but you get what I'm saying, man. Right now's the time, man.
There is one in the left.
And personally, look, if I could sell merchandise every day for a job, I
You can
would.
pick up the already left.
Literally, I would.
Okay,
It'll
very
be
good.
it'll be no second guessing, man. I get to sell merchandise every day. I would. At that point, it's just numbers and bargaining. But listen, shout out to the last three people that's here. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all the best. I love hopping on the live with y'all, even if it's just a vocal live or a video live. I love people putting chat messages in the chat, talking to me in the chat. Distracted me from my topic. You know what I mean? Now I gotta come back and remember my train of thought. I love all that, man. You know, y'all have a smooth day, man. I might go live later and play the game, but I already hit 10K on the game, man. I ain't trying to mess that up until the new season. And I don't like playing battle royale. It's too slow for me. But I might play that for y'all, man. So tune in then. You know what I mean? Gameplay with YsEats, man. I'm out of here.